let's bring up Violatic, that puzzle from Violatic from the Discord. Let's waste 1 hour of our lives on it. Gonna give you a hard time, Violatic, I'm sorry. Okay, clear board. So we have pawns there. Don't try this at home, guys. This is not the right thing to train. You're training the wrong processes with this kind of puzzle. This is not how you calculate in chess. But we'll do it because it's fun. And there's a bishop. All right, I think this is it. This is it, right? So it's white to play, analysis board, engine off, okay? Totally based on a real game, indeed, yeah. Okay, so it looks like, actually, you know what would be a fun exercise here is to reproduce the game up to this point. Because I think white has all the pieces. White has all the pieces and all the pawns. So, so for example, the H pawn must have gone to F5, maybe, possibly. But then where's the G pawn? The G pawn must be this one on E6, right? So the game, there should have happened 2 captures, 4 captures. Then this one here, 5, and the B pawn on A, that's 6 captures with pawns. Black is missing 3 pawns. That gives us 3 more captures, which could be 3 pieces because black is missing a lot of pieces. So, okay, this position could have happened legally, but also the black's A pawn must have somehow sorted out these pawns. So reproducing a game that arrives to this position, that could be interesting. And this bishop got here. At least we know there were no promotions on white's part because white still has 8 pawns. Anyway, uh, this is the puzzle that Violatic gave us. So if we waste the rest hour of our lives trying to solve it, you know who to blame. Black A pawn could not do this because white has all the pieces on the board. Oh, correct. So I guess white's A pawn went to the B file and back. That's 8 captures from the pawns, from white's pawns, which is still possible. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So this is the exercise for you, Violatic. Um, I'm going to make the effort to solve this, which was given to us as white to play and checkmate in 4, if I'm correct, right, Violatic? This was a mate in 4. But so we're gonna solve that. Yeah, white to mate in 4. We're gonna solve that. But you, this is your homework. You need to make up a game that arrives to this position. That's your exercise. So you spent an hour on that too. Okay, so I'll just post my real game. Okay, so this is from a real game, right? Okay, Link, link us the game on leeches, please. That would be funny if he links now a game from leeches, like played 2 years ago in this position. It was over the board. Oh, of course, of course. You can import it. I smell the first move is something like king g7. Yeah, okay. So it's obviously going to be something tricky, but we're going to have to calculate all the options. So king g7 is slightly illegal. No, it's not. It's not illegal. Which way do the pawns go? White pawns that way. Black pawns are all blocked. This bishop is pinned. This queen, like right now, black is really out of moves. Right now, black is really, really out of moves. The king can't move, as far as I can tell. So the only piece that can move, the queen, um, queen can go to a7, right? So let's think about that for a second. If it was black to move, what would black do? Because if the queen goes to a7, we can take the bishop. It's checkmate, right? So the queen needs to keep the bishop defended, otherwise we have rook takes bishop checkmate. But if the queen move, oh yeah, it takes b1 as well. Correct. Yeah, I forgot about that. This queen takes d8, which loses the queen, although gives that square to the king. And then it's a pity we can't take our own pawn. Let's remember it's mate in 4. We need to find it in 4. Okay, so one way could be rook takes, which would force that. And then discover check. We can also start with discover check, and we need to consider the move b2. So yeah, there are many interesting moves to start with. Actually, after king g7, queen takes d8, there's rook takes f4 mate. Yeah, king g7. It's yeah, king g7. I like it. To me, knight a4 looks. Yeah. I think uh, starting with those moves, or even knight d3, but mostly knight a4 and knight d1 um, would be the ones I would consider first. There's b2 there in both cases, but there's also king takes c4. There's also king d3. So I think, what I'm going to do is, because this is going to be very, very complicated, I'm going to actually move the pieces. So moves that we're considering for the first move. Let's make a list of candidate moves. King g7 is one. We have knight d1. We have knight a4. We have rook takes f4, which is a forcing line. It forces queen takes f4, and then take it from there. Again, we have the checks. Maybe. What else do we have for the first move? I'm this kind of puzzle. I can't expect anything. I can expect bishop d5 to be a move, or bishop e7, or bishop anywhere really. Even rook. What about rook here? The idea is king g7, and that bishop takes e7, bishop takes f6. Right. Bishop f3 in some lines. So after king d3, bishop e2, but the king takes d2 there. What if I play this to prevent a takes b1? Now I'm liking rook e1. I prevent a takes b1. Oh, but then there's a stalemate. Oh, this is a stalemate. Oh, it is stalemate. I put the rook on e1. Okay. Maybe not rook e1. Maybe, I mean, there's still king g7, but king g7, queen g8. And I have to take it. It's stalemate. Okay. So the stalemate was the idea with queen takes d8. Oh, and actually a takes b1, if I'm forced to take it, it may also be a stalemate. No, because the knight moves. Yeah, the problem was putting the rook on e1. Okay, so let's say king g7. Now our task as black is not to lose in less than 4 moves. Um, so a takes b1 seems reasonable here. We might be able to sack our queen to force a stalemate. I don't know. The a2 pawn is... We can't sack the queen with a check, so I don't think there's a stalemate here. I think white must still be winning, but is it in 4 or 5? I don't know. Yeah, also, how do you sack your queen? You can't sack it with a check. That's my point. Like, even a takes b1, let's say, if I take it, and I'm already threatening some checkmate here, uh, queen takes the 8, I just checkmate you. So yeah, this is going to be checkmate in less than 4. This is not good for black, I mean. Right? There's no way to escape mate on the next move. Let's just check queen c7, queen d6, and queen e5. Okay, so let's say here queen c7. That's probably bishop c7, rook f4, and rook takes e4. What do you mean rook takes e4? Okay. But what if I promote... Yeah, no, of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now there's only one legal move, which, I mean, 4 legal moves. But you have to take on b1. Yeah, so this is correct. That was a checkmate in 4. Uh, what if queen d6? Yeah, queen d6 seems like a better try. Rook e1 now. Huh. Then queen e5. Yeah, I don't see mate in 2 here. Maybe we can just take the queen. Can we take the queen? Because if pawn takes this bishop f6 mate, And otherwise, we're playing knight b5, right? Hey, civilian. Yeah, this is no, this is just a puzzle that Violatic shared with us, just for our own torture. I think knight takes queen, right? Black has the e5 square after knight takes d6, but it's our second move, so we can checkmate. Let me promote variation. Like if you play king here, I can go back and then checkmate you with rook takes f4. So I think this is checkmating in 4. And queen takes f5. I didn't see queen takes f5. Correct. Okay, can I see a checkmate here with knight e3? I don't. Headbanger chess. Hey, what's up? Long time no see. Good night, Super Mario. Ah, right. Yeah, I'm in the US, Headbanger. You know what? Bishop c7 here. No, knight f7 hangs f5, civilian. Oh, bishop c7 doesn't work because of pawn takes knight. Okay, yeah, I guess king e5 is a problem. Oh, what if bishop takes? Bishop takes. That's it. Final answer. Final answer. So if you go back to d4, bishop takes f6 is checkmate, right? Am I right? I think I'm right. And if you take on b1, my point is 93 checkmate. How about playing any move that isn't stalemate? Okay. Okay, so I think bishop takes e7 in this particular case makes the mate in 4. And if I take bishop, how do you take bishop? What bishop? In which line? You want to take the bishop on f4? Okay. Okay, so I think we can probably take the queen. We may be missing something. That was queen d6. How about queen e5? We're getting mate in 4 in every line so far, starting with king g7. So king g7, interesting. Now, if queen e5, maybe we can play knight takes queen again. The last line to calculate is knight takes d6, a takes b1. Oh, sorry. So after knight takes d6, a takes b1, knight b5 check. Oh no, that okay. f5 is undefended. Correct. But then I have this. Sammy, thanks for the follow. I have rook takes f4. No, I don't, because then I hang on d6. Hmm. Right. Can I play? Can I play bishop? No. Right. Right. Huh. Oh, but I take on b1. I take on b1. You only have one legal move, taking the knight on d6, Or am I wrong? I'm wrong because there's king e5 as well. Ah, darn it. Hmm. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see a mate in 2 here. Yeah. Sorry, I was laughing at the idea f3. Um, yeah, so maybe knight takes d6 doesn't work. Uh, I mean, doesn't work. It wins, but doesn't make mating 4. Right. So this is still move 1. We have three to go. So here, instead of knight takes queen, we're on king g7, queen d6. We may try rook e1, maybe? Or no, we already saw rook e1, queen e5, right? We already saw this, and we didn't see a checkmate in 2 from this point. Hmm. Bishop takes e7. Bishop takes e7. Good, good idea. Mhm. Okay, so queen somewhere. Yeah, we're playing. We have 2 moves to go, and we have d8 and rook takes f4. Um, so this may work. I know, but this a takes b1 as well. Yeah, so it's not mating 4. I think it's mating 5, right? A takes b1 here. And if we want a mate in 2, it's gonna be tough. Bishop f6. Right. Right, you're correct. You are correct, sir. Ah, but queen e5? Promote variation. Yeah, good job, Sleepy. But queen e5, my point is that if you promote, I go queen d5, that's queen takes queen. Never mind. My point is wrong. If he wasn't sleepy, yeah. My point is wrong. This is checkmate too. So So, okay, bishop takes e7. Hmm. Yeah, nice resource. Bishop takes e7. Hmm. Hmm. It works, doesn't it? Is this maybe the solution? Maybe just one path of the solution. We didn't see queen e5 yet. Hmm. One queen e5, I mean. So, okay. I don't see how black prolongs the game here after bishop takes e7. I don't know if anyone sees anything, but I don't. There's bishop takes f6 threat. There's d8 threat. There's rook takes f4 threat. And black can't move the king. Taking on b1 hangs mate with bishop f6, mate in 2, I mean. Moving the queen will inevitably hang d8 and rook takes f4. So okay, maybe it's time to look at queen e5 here, but I kind of like the same idea after queen e5 of just bishop e7 and say we're promoting to d8. So if the queen moves, so this is move 2. If the queen moves, we have bishop f6, bishop e5. And what really helps is that black has only a few legal moves. Yeah, that is true. And if white takes here, oh. This may not be checkmate in 4 now because of this move. So this is checkmate in 5. Uh-huh. Okay. 4 bishop f6. But then, oh, correct. You're right. You're right. This is checkmate. Does it work? Yeah, if queen d5, queen takes e5. All right. What else can black try here besides taking on b1? Hey, just Japan. This is suspicious since it's both d8 queen and d8 rook. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. In bishop takes e6 was covering e4. E4 is always covered by this bishop here. Also, I don't know what you mean by bishop takes e6. Um, it doesn't have to be a single winning move. I don't know, Sleepy. I guess everything wins here. Is this from a real game? Yes, Violatic promised he will bring us the game. F6 I meant. Ah, okay. Yeah, but again, E4 is covered. Okay, so I don't see a way for black to prolong the game in this line either. I think it's going to be mate in 4 no matter what. So taking on b1 doesn't help. Then what else can you do? I mean, d8, rook f4, and bishop f6. The 3 threats are there. It's going to be mate in 4 moves or less. So, okay, we already saw queen c7, queen d6, and queen e5, and we found mates in 4 in all those lines. So maybe king g7 is the solution. Okay, king g7. Let's try something else for black. Well, this queen needs to defend the bishop, so it's not like there are many other options. I guess taking on b1. Did we explore that? We did. We did, but not very well. Or maybe we did. Well, I don't know. Queen takes b1 is the line I have here. I don't remember seeing that. Yeah, I guess we explored this. Queen takes b1. Maybe? I don't know. But this also bishop takes e. Bishop takes e7. There are chances this queen spends a tempo there. It's impossible to achieve. No, it is possible. We already determined it's possible to achieve the position. It's your homework, Violatic. You need to come up with a game that ends in this position. We already determined it is legally possible to achieve this position. But because black's pawns couldn't have taken absolutely anything because white has all the pieces and pawns, that means that this pawn came from a7, this pawn came from b7. That means that these pawns, one of them came from the b2 from the b file, and the other one went to the b file and then back to the a file. So we counted, I think, 8 captures with white's pawns, but black lost more than 8 pieces and pawns. So it should be possible. It should be possible to achieve this position. And that's your homework. Just as a revenge for this torture we're suffering. All right, so if king g7, a takes b1, there's this queen g1 idea and queen g8, so we're probably better advised to take on b1. And then we're threatening queen d3 mate, as far as I can tell. We're also threatening queen e4 mate. And there are no stalemate tricks because queen takes d8 is not a check. So maybe this is it. I mean, how do you stop queen d3 mate? Just for one thing. There's no queen move that stops it, right? So this is it feels like this is it, Violatic. King g7. Kudos to whoever said king g7 in the chat at the beginning. I'm so confused. I'm confused too. So here's the thing, Chess Japan. Violatic shared this position with us and told us it's white to play mate in 4. And obviously every move wins. So this is why this is torture, because we need to explore everything and see which one is the mate in 4. Okay, so it was Sleepy Ha who said king g7. I haven't tried at any point to calculate anything. I think we're missing a lot of stuff. I still have that feeling. I'm not sure about king g7. I think that we missed probably some stuff here on these lines with queen e5, queen d6, queen c7. I'm not 100% sure we saw everything. So we need to find mate in 4. Yeah. I was trying to save black. Okay. Yeah, it's much easier than that. No, black's goal is to be mated in 5 moves. Queen takes a8 doesn't matter. No, the queen needs to defend the bishop, otherwise. Oh, queen takes a8. That's a good point, Civilian, because that means that after that means that rook takes a4 is not mate because of queen e4. And this is not going to be made in 2 from this point on. Queen takes a8. That's literally the one move that we didn't consider. There you go. Queen takes a8. Well, this changes things. You can jump with the horsey. No. We need to mate in 3 moves from here. I don't think we can do that. Knight a4, king c4. How are we mating here? Bishop e7, there's at the very least queen g8. Okay, bishop e7 is a nice suggestion. But without this bishop on this diagonal, I think it's much harder now to prove that we have checkmates. Now rook e1, otherwise the bloody thing runs away. I like rook e1. Oops, sorry. Let's go back to. So queen takes a8, rook e1. That's interesting. So we're threatening mate in 2, but there's queen g2. There's queen g2, guys. Queen takes a8 also threatens queen g2. So, oh boy, this changes everything. Maybe king g7 is a mistake. I think this refutes king g7. King g7, queen takes a8. As someone said earlier in the chat, white resigns after all this. Yeah, no worries. Violatic, you will never hear the end of this. I tell you, you're gonna pay for this. Because I think it's not king g7. I think after queen takes a8, there's no mate in 3. I made a good stream. It's not high quality content. This is the stupidest puzzle ever. I hate these puzzles. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen in these newspapers puzzles when you see it's white to mate in 3 or white to mate in 2, and you look at the position and every legal move wins. It's like, what kind of puzzle is that? It's like, that's not chess. That's not how chess works. That's not a good exercise. How am I going to improve my chess by solving that? I always hated these kind of puzzles. It's like you're trying to train the wrong process. You only need 1 win per game. 94 doesn't work. Okay, the problem with it maybe work. It's maybe the solution now that we saw king g7 is not. 94, 91, the problem is you're giving away squares. So, for example, if the king goes to c4, then it can go to b5. If the king goes to d3, then it can go to e2 and d2. So, it's not that it doesn't work, but it feels like we're. I don't see, let's put it this way. I don't see a check winning 4 after knight f4. I didn't calculate it much yet, but maybe we should focus on that right now. But queen c3, then rook takes b3, then king takes a6. I mean, are you sure you're mating in 4 there? Because I don't see a mate in 4. Hi, John John. You're clearly first here. Like, I'm not saying king c4 is there is mate for sure. Yeah, exactly. Every move wins. I'm not saying king takes c4 is the only move here, but um, I don't see a mate in 4 here. I don't even see it. Okay, maybe in 5 it is, but like right now I don't see a mate in 1, which is what we need right now. And yeah, so knight takes the king there, and yeah, it's not mate in 4. Maybe it's a move like this. I don't know. It's and there's 91 too. But in the initial position, this position, the reason we were trying king g7 and it looked very promising is that we don't really want to move. We want to give the move to black because black can't move. That's the point. I mean, black needs to keep the bishop defended, otherwise rook takes f4 mate. As long as we keep this knight here and this knight here, and the other moves we saw with this queen moving, we had ideas with bishop f7, bishop e7, bishop f6, and I really liked that. I really liked where that was going. So yeah, exactly, civilian. I was thinking of something like that. How can we solve the problem with the bishop on a8? Like bishop h1 or bishop f3. Yeah, bishop f3 also helpful to go to e2 if we ever move this knight. Yeah. So let's consider bishop f3 for a second, for example. Um, there are the stalemate tricks we need to be careful with. For example, if a takes b1 and we take, then queen takes d8, knight takes d8 is stalemate. As far as no, the knight gave this away, but it's not mating 4. It's not mating. It's mating 5. Oh wait, yeah, it's mating 5. So so yeah, let's go back to bishop f3. Um, that's if a takes b1. If black starts with queen takes d8, I guess it's going to be sort of a transposition. Oh, wait a second. Can we play king g7? We're threatening mate here. Then queen g8. No, that's my point. If queen g8, I think it's mate in 4. Because... no, it's not. The queen blocks on e4. Never mind. Nah, forget about it. There was also queen b8, by the way. So, yeah, never mind. I guess here we have to take. And then a takes b1 only move. And it has to be a queen or a bishop. Well, not necessarily, because this e5, actually. Yeah, maybe not the only move. Now, if king e5, there's knight f7, rook takes f4 mate, which is exactly what we need. So it takes b1 needs to be tried. And... oh, this is beautiful. No, it's not. Good point, civilian. Yeah, 96. It's good that 96 is a new addition to all the checkmates we had already. So that one helps us if the queen ever takes on the 8. Yeah. Yeah, king e5, knight f7, there's king takes f5. That's why I wanted to do it in a different order. I wanted to play rook takes f4, knight d3 checkmate, but there was king d6 there. But yeah, knight c6 works. So that's good. That's good. That's good. Um, so bishop f3, we were saying if queen takes d8, knight takes d8, there's a checkmate threat on c6 that prevents a takes b1. But what about king e5? How do we do a checkmate into here? Knight d3 king takes f5, John. I think there's no mate in 2 there. Yeah, in fact, I don't see it. Rookie 1, isn't that what? I know, John said 93. But yeah, the point is now king takes f5, both king takes f5 and king d6 are problems. Because then that king has more squares. Um, yeah. Yeah, I think we messed up in this line. So I think queen takes d8 works. Right? For black. So we can't start with bishop. Ooh, so okay. So I guess that's the problem with bishop f3, but also with bishop h1. Queen takes d8, followed by king e5. Queen takes d8, followed by king e5. That's gonna be a problem. This puzzle is giving me a headache. And you just joined, John. We've been with this puzzle like forever. No, I'm never gonna give this to my students. I already explained why. Can we take on e7? At which point, Chess Chopin? You mean now with the bishop int? Oh, you mean with the king? In the initial position with the king? Okay, it's worth a try. It's worth a try. Okay, so my attempt with black is going to be my attempt is going to be 8 takes b1. Queen takes a8? Yeah, maybe also that. Let's explore 8 takes b1. I'm looking for stalemate tricks. Then maybe we consider queen takes a8. I really need to go. I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom. We've been so long with this puzzle. Um, okay, so if we take on b1, what does white do here? The king on e7 is blocking any bishop takes f6 ideas. This is rather unfortunate. Um, hmm. Okay, we take on b1. Okay, if takes on b1, my idea was to go queen d6, but I'm not sure. Maybe queen e5. No, queen e5, there's queen d3. Never mind. So let's say queen d6 check, or queen takes d8. Wait a second. Queen takes d8, you have to take with a knight. Yeah, queen takes d8. Queen takes d8. Yeah. Take with the king. But that's stalemate, isn't it? Isn't this stalemate? This is stalemate, right? This was my point, that you have to take with the knight. Yeah. So I think that's I think that's stalemate. It's, you know, when there's a checkmate, Lee just puts the symbol for a checkmate, but stalemate is always tricky to check. But I think this is a stalemate. So my point is you have to take with the knight, then the king e5. However, I missed that queen e4 is checkmate. So this was a mate in 4. So actually this worked, thanks to the king on e7. Huh. Huh. Yay, we got it. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're only trying one line here. Okay. Um, so that was queen takes d8. I guess if queen d6, it's the same. You take with the knight, then queen e4 is made. So next attempt is, as Xivilian said, queen takes a8, which is always a problem. I'm calculating. Oh my god. um, okay. Um, ah, no way. If anyone sees anything, please. um, I was calculating lines. I was seeing ideas that I didn't see earlier. That after knight e4 checking takes e4, there may be some ideas connected with knight d6. It doesn't quite work here because of the a3 square. Oh, but queen c3. Oh, wait a second. No, there's no queen c3 once the king's on b4. Never mind. Yeah, queen c3 here doesn't work. But yeah, I didn't see this knight d6 before, and it may be it may be worth a shot at some point. Yeah, not now. Okay, so it's obviously knight d3 instead of knight a4. Knight d3. So if king takes d3, yeah, I know, Sleepy. There's king d3, king e2, which I also wasn't sure about. Yeah, maybe king e7. We spend a useless tempo. I don't know, guys. I really need to pee. I'll be right back. I'll leave you with the position after king takes e7, queen takes a8, and you tell me if you see something. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Do I see a subscription there? Live from space? Subscribed? What? Thanks, buddy. Thank you so much for the support. There you go. Um, I feel like in this position, actually, never mind, I'm an idiot. Every time I think I see something, it's bad. And you thought nobody would sub with such high quality content. Uh, okay. How much do we like king takes e7? I'm really annoyed about the idea queen takes a4. Sorry, queen takes a8. Um, so I wanted to prevent that, but we saw that bishop a3 would fail to queen takes d8, and then what was the idea? Oh, queen takes d8 followed by king e5. Okay, that was the idea. Um, this is a terrible puzzle. I know, and I regret every second spent on it now. Right? I told you. That's how I felt even before starting. That's how I felt about this puzzle even before starting. And I know. I mean, we're gonna keep working until we figure it out. But no, 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 Violatic. Now you need to accept the consequences. I'm sorry. You never hear the end of this. You're torturing all of us. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna keep we're gonna keep working on it. All right. So you're torturing us? No, you are. You are torturing us. Of course you're accountable. You did this. And anyone who's getting a headache, Violatic is the culprit. Okay. So so yeah, now that we understand the position a little bit more, I really want to solve this thing with the bishop on a8. Can't believe 15 people are watching this. Okay. Okay. So I didn't calculate 94 yet. Maybe I should have started there. Um, yeah, king g7 was promising. What was the problem with king g7? There was one line, queen. I should have marked the lines that didn't work. I should have marked the line that didn't work after king g7. Ah, what was the problematic line here, guys? Don't remember. It was queen takes a8. Aha. Okay, queen takes a8. Let me make this make main line. I thought queen takes d8. Queen takes a8 was a problem against a different line, but now I'm now my brain is starting to malfunction. Yeah, yeah, correct. Queen takes a8. There's that. Yeah. Imagine if you solved it while I wasn't here. Hmm. No, I was waiting for you because I knew this would involve some kind of public shaming on you. So I didn't want to do it before you arrived. Um, okay, so king g7, queen takes a8. Um, are we sure there's not a mate in 3 here? I think we already saw this, but you never know. Like, what if we do something like this? Oh, but that's not mate. The e4, yeah. Once the bishop on a8 is gone, it's really tough to go for all those mates. Okay, so. Mhm. Although bishop c7 also threatens to promote on d8. Okay, let me go back there. I did bishop c7 here, right? Okay, so I'm also threatening that. And rook takes f4. Right? We're sort of threatening a checkmate into idea, and we're in move 2. Right? So, no. I always forget about that. We can play queen g8 and take on b1. Yeah. And there's no mating one here. What opening was this? That's a good question. Violatic will disclose the real game next week. And we will see what opening was this. Thanks for asking. That was a good question. You have to dig it out, yeah. All right. Okay, this is from a real GM game. What was with the rookie one idea? I think we already explored that, right? King g7. I think Sleepy already suggested rookie one. Yeah, we have the line here. And we had queen g2. Ah, queen g2. Oh my goodness. Yeah. What about the beautiful queen takes a2? Like to start with, queen takes a2. For real? Yeah, you say yeah. Okay. So what's your plan after takes? Okay. Violatic, you already trolled enough. Coming up with this, bringing this puzzle, it's enough. Okay. Don't make us analyze queen takes a2. Uh, okay, okay, okay. So we tried king g7. I'm still still wondering about. So bishop f3. The problem was queen takes d8, followed by king e5, and queen takes d8. If we play king g7, can we try f3? Okay, okay, f3. I like it. I like it. Good point. Because now queen takes e8, we still have control of e4. Okay, okay. So here, for instance, we could immediately do this, right? So f3 prevents queen takes a8 for one thing. That's already promising. Now, what about the idea of queen takes d8, knight takes, let's say. This king g7 we can try. King g7 may work. But let's first consider this. And now, oops. Now we don't have a checkmate in 2, right? I think maybe king g7 works, but let's first finish with this one. Is there a mate in 2 here? Yet. We don't want hints, Violatic. We don't want hints. Okay. So what if king g7? So we are with f3. I like f3. Queen takes d8, king g7. We're threatening mate bishop h6. Okay, we're threatening rook takes f4 mate. So I guess the queen needs to go back to defend the bishop, queen c7 or queen b8. But then what? Oh, then we have d8, but wait a second. We have, yeah, we're just in time. Oh, I always forget about that. You're right. Queen g8 works. I mean, works. I always forget about this. Yeah. Okay, so if king g7 doesn't work, queen takes d8, we have to take. But this king e5. But here d8 is mate. Oh, oh yeah, 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 yeah. This is checkmate. Correct. 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 Flicker Alex, hello. Okay, okay, okay. And if the queen goes back to defend the bishop, then we have the combination rook f4, queen d8. I mean d8 first, right? If queen b8 or oh queen takes a8. Queen takes a8. We also have d8. Yeah. So my point is, if the queen defends the bishop, d8. Sorry. Yeah, d8. Queen takes because queen blocks rook takes f4 is mate. And if queen takes rook takes f4 is mate. And against queen takes a8, I do promotion. Thanks for, hey, gay recycler. Yeah, welcome. And thanks, Vio, for linking it. Yeah, so my point is the same. Queen takes, rook takes f4 mate. And if queen blocks here, rook takes f4 mate too, or queen takes d5 mate. Rook f4 don't work if queen a8. I think it. No, you have to promote first because rook takes f4 also works. Yeah, you're right. You're right, John John. It also works. Yeah. So king g7 may work here, right? Queen g8, then we have the mate on d8. Am I missing something? Oh, I'm missing queen h8. No, this. I'm missing. No. Ah. Hmm. La, 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 la. F3. I like F3. Sleepy. Nice. Nice move. Queen h8 doesn't work either. No, queen h8 we take with the king. Yeah. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Yeah, it's nice to keep that king trapped on d4, so then d8 is made. Um, Okay, so let's go back here. F3. So after F3, queen takes A8. I don't know which point, Violatic. I think we solved the line completely, the line with queen takes D8. Queen takes A8 we already saw. Yeah, we already saw this. We just promote. And it's mate. Yeah. It's, yeah, this one is solved. I think queen, against the, after F3, I think queen takes D8 doesn't work for black. If our calculations are correct. So we need to find something else. Queen takes A8 doesn't work either because rook F4, rook F3, rook F4, rook E4. So yeah, F3, very nice resource. It prevents queen takes A8, and apparently it prevents also queen takes D8. But what else can black try? Well, we can go back to these queen E5, queen D6, queen C7 ideas, as well as A takes B1. Which is going to be complicated to calculate, but we can give it a go. Let's say it takes B1 first. Yeah, makes sense, right? Because white's pieces are a bit tight. Like you don't really want to move. You want to wait for this queen to move, right? So yeah, it takes B1. I assume we have to take, and now we're threatening all sorts of checkmates. And now F5 is defended as well. So yeah, this feels like it's gonna be an easy thing. Except there's the trick queen takes D8. Oh, there are the stalemate tricks. Oh my goodness. Okay, no. There are no stalemate tricks if the knight moves. Yeah, all good, all good. So queen d8 we take. Now we're threatening knight c6 mate. So king e5 only move. Is this mating 2 now? Oh, but we need a mating 1. Wait a second. Ah. Because we played f3 and queen takes b1. Yeah. And now knight takes d8. And after king e5, there's no... If anyone sees a mating 1, I don't. So this is not working. Oh my goodness. So instead of queen takes b1, we may have to play king takes e7 or something and hang the queen on a1. No, knight f7 is... Wait, knight f7 was made there? No, the king goes back to d4. The king goes back to d4. Yeah, no. It couldn't be made. It couldn't be made. Yeah. d4, e5, and d6. There was no way to control the 3 squares with a knight. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. So what do we do here? A takes b1 is annoying. By the way, I know all of you are enjoying this puzzle. So let me give a big shout out to the responsible for this torture. Please send him all your feedback about this. uh, love notes, death threats, and so on. Okay. Um, yeah, it takes b1. So it takes b1, and the problem is queen takes d8, king e5 again. Queen takes d8, king e5 was already a problem in other lines. So let's go back to the initial position once again. And let's think about this for a second. Queen takes d8, knight takes d8. The general problem is going to be king e5. If not king e5, knight c6 is a nice checkmate idea. By idea, I mean with the queen on b1, it does work. Otherwise, the e4 square is a problem. Okay, so queen takes d8 followed by king e5. In which line we managed to solve that? In the lines with the king on e7, because we had queen e4 mate. I feel like there's a way to find the right move order here. So when queen takes d8 happens, we're gonna play knight takes d8. Queen takes b1, queen takes d8, king g7. We already saw that in that line, Flicker Alex. So let me put it on the board. F3, queen takes d8, king g7. Oh no, you mean after a takes b1? Yes. Queen takes b1, queen takes d8, king g7. At this point is we're on move 3. We're on move 3. And the problem is the stalemate. The problem is the stalemate. You take the queen is stalemate. Actually, I think queen h8 is cuter. If you take with the king, it's a stalemate. If you take with the rook, the bishop is unpinned. If you take with the knight, there's king e5. But yeah, queen g8, queen g8 makes more sense. Or queen f8. So yeah, stalemate is the problem in that line. And generally speaking, queen takes d8 followed by e5, king e5, sorry, is a problem. And there were some lines when we started with king g7. This was our first big attempt. The problem was queen takes a8 because every other line worked. The rest of the lines worked for mating 4. Queen takes a8 was the problem. That's why we were trying f3 now. So, and the problem with bishop f3, bishop h1, and so on was queen takes d8 followed by king e5. So in some lines we tried rook e1. Can we try rook e1 first? That prevents king e5, for example. Oh, but we're setting up for a stalemate. However, if we don't take on d8, so let's start with rook e1. If queen takes d8, if we take, it's a stalemate. If we play king g7 and queen g8, oh my god, what am I doing? What am I doing? Ah. Okay, I'm out of ideas, guys. I'm running out of ideas. Okay. So queen takes a8 was the only problem with king g7. Queen takes a8. Queen takes a8. What about bishop e7? Where? At which point, Violatic? To start? Are you already suggesting illegal moves to start? That wasn't even troll. After all you've done today, you say that's not trolling? Oh my god. Flicker Alex. Every move wins. Every move wins. What we're trying to find is a checkmate in 4. We're given the task to find a checkmate in 4. We found an incredibly high number of checkmates in 5 and 6. Yeah, the task is to deliver a checkmate in 4. We found a lot of checkmates in 4 as well, but it has to be forced, of course. We found always refutations for all our attempts. So yes, if you're wondering, uh, yes, it's a stupid puzzle. I said it at the beginning. I stand by that. This is a completely useless waste of our time. But um, again, any feedback, please send it to Violatic. Crazy question. Maybe it's en passant. No. Hello again, cycling box. We're still with this puzzle. I don't know if you were here when we started with it. Um, yeah. Uh, what do we know? Okay, we know King G7 didn't work because of Queen takes A8, but position looks promising. We also tried King takes E7, and I don't remember which was the problem. Yeah, Queen takes A8, Queen G2 check. That was a problem. So the idea of F3 was actually really nice, and F3 combined with King G7 seems like perfect, except it's 2 moves out of 4, and in most lines, in some lines, we didn't achieve the checkmate in 4. So what else can we try? Rook E1 leads to stalemate. So letting black take on b1 is nice. We just need to do it in a way that we don't have to take back, although in some lines taking back also was working. And then I have this idea that maybe this 94 check or 91 check or 93 check. But yeah, the point is if king takes e4, there's the problem of king d3 too. But there's I have the idea that this may work at some point with 96, but yeah, not here. I think that was working in the king takes e7 lines. Anyway, we need to try something. Violatic even suggested queen takes a2, so we're running out of ideas. Let's say if moving the bishop anywhere had the problem of queen takes d8 and king e5, then the only other logical move that we didn't try yet is a7 to start with. It makes sense because we're trying to distract the queen from defending the bishop. But again, I guess the problem is going to be queen takes a8. Because queen takes d8, keeping the bishop alive, queen takes d8, knight takes d8, and that's game over. But a7, queen takes a8 is going to be a problem. But now they don't have queen g2 because we didn't play queen g7. But they do have queen takes d8, yeah. So I don't see a difference between a7, queen takes a8, and f3, queen. No, f3, queen takes a8 was a problem. F3, he had to play queen takes d8. Okay, so a7, queen takes a8. Let's put it on the board. a7, queen takes a8. What would we play? Because rook f4, there's always queen e4. That's the problem. When the queen arrives there, we need to find ideas other than king g7, and other than rook takes f4, I think. Violatic suggests rook takes f4. Okay, so let's have a look. Queen e4 only move. The main advantage compared to other lines is we arrived to this position with one move left instead of two. Did we though? I don't know. Is there a mate in two here? Anyone sees a mate in two here? Almost. Yeah, no, I don't see a mate in two here. Right? What is this? Yeah, right? Well, definitely this is something new. Getting a queen on a8. Okay, so this particular line worked, right? Because queen takes f4, queen d5, and a takes b1, queen d5. So, right? There's no. I mean, black doesn't have any other legal moves. So okay, so this worked, and that was forced here. Queen e4 is forced here. So a7 also prevents queen takes a8. That's good news. F3 prevented queen takes a8, but a7 also prevents queen takes a8. So let's try the queen takes d8 idea then. But with this bishop alive, that idea didn't work, right? Or maybe I'm wrong. Queen takes d8. With this bishop alive, could we try king g7? I can't remember. Okay, so if knight takes, the idea was king e5. And now I don't think there is a checkmate in two in these positions. But I may be wrong again, because this is always so hard. But I think it wasn't. So I guess king g7. King g7 should work. Yeah, I have the feeling it should work with the bishop still here. So king g7, we're threatening rook takes f4 mate. And we have the bishop supporting e4. That means that if, for example, a takes b1, we can do this and mate. And if queen g8, then we're going to have d8, right? If, let's say, queen g8 here and takes, and this blocking there, we have this mate, which we can do with a rook as well. All right. So queen takes d8, king g7. Okay. So now we should explore queen c7, queen d6, queen e5 here, as well as a takes b1. But a takes b1, mm, a takes b1. Oh, but now we're threatening the queen on b8. Can we just take it? There's no check on g1, and we only need a mate in 2 from this point, which I think we're gonna have, right? I mean, this. Crazy curious what game it came from. No, Violatic, you need to bring us the game. That's your punishment. You need to bring us the game. Is this? I don't know. Maybe that's not. but we have to do it. Yeah, we have to take that. And then let's say queen takes a, well, queen takes a1, we have mate in 1. So let's say queen e4. And now we want to avoid stalemates like rook takes f4. Would be a stalemate. Oh no, it's not a stalemate. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay. There's one legal move here. Queen takes, and that's mate. That was a mate in 4. Okay. So these may work. Not 100% sure about that line, but it looks promising. And queen c7. Well, we can take it. A takes b1 forced. And this is mate in 2. Okay, so this was mate in 4 as well. How are we gonna check this puzzle? I mean, it's a mate in 4. Stockfish will tell us, right? If we really want to know, but it'll say, yeah, no, I mean after we think we solve it. It'll say there's a billion mate in 4 from here. I hope not. Violatic. I tell you from this point. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I already hated you for this, for bringing this. now, if Stockfish tells us that there's more than one solution to mate in 4, you're gonna be banned from the channel. I tell you. I tell you. if, if if there's more than one solution, you're out forever. Yeah, forever. This would be unforgivable. Yeah, totally. Okay, you didn't check. Well, you're gonna have to create another account, sir. Okay, so queen c7 we take. Queen d6. Queen d6. Still doing this. Hey, welcome back, John John. Yeah, uh, yeah, still doing this. Let me shout out. This may be one of the last occasions we have to shout out Violatic. This is our life now. Yeah. Um, yeah. Banning Violatic is at stake right now. Okay, so let's say Queen d6. Let's say Queen d6. I remember there was one time where I wanted to take and it was bad to take with knight takes d6, and the problem was always was King e5. Now Bishop c7, obviously. That's a good suggestion, Jojo. Now I've delivered nearly 2 hours of quality content. No, it's 2 hours of wasting our lives. Like, how is this quality content? It's a useless exercise. We're not improving our chess by doing this. Okay, Bishop c7, interesting, but queen takes c7, and now this. The problem is this is a check. So actually, this combination of d8 rook f4 worked really nice when the king was on g7, but here it doesn't, right? So, but maybe bishop e7. Bishop e7, yeah, maybe bishop e7 actually, yeah. Tammy Tickle, hey, welcome with the raid. Welcome, raiders. Soup Stewart, welcome. Thanks for the follow. And Chess Jake, hello. So, regrettable raid, indeed. I believe this is a position where black resigns and shake hands. Hopefully, yeah. I would be like, why don't you resign? I mean, maybe there's some chances that for stalemate. Well, I'm glad I'm at least not getting any shout outs. Yeah, thanks for the follow, Chess Jake. Shout out to Violatic. He brought us this puzzle. So all you know. We've been with this for what is it? A couple hours maybe. Um, After queen e6, you don't need to check open like king d1 check. 1 hour 45 at this point. Okay, so we've been wasting our lives for 1 hour 45 minutes. Now we're really feeling good about this a7 move. Is this study open to public? No, I'm just on an analysis board. But yeah, Violatic has their link to, I think, where he shared it. I really feel it's tricky. Yeah, so let me do a summary of this hour and 45 minutes we've spent on this. So the original puzzle is this one. This is the position where white is obviously winning, like, every move wins. But the challenge is, oh, I can copy the fan code. Yeah, I can copy the fan code for you. Here it is. That's the fan code. Anyway, so this position, the challenge is to find a checkmating 4. So I'm going to tell you what we discovered so far and what's at stake here. So first things first, this is a checkmating 4. Every move wins, but we need to find like the shortest checkmate, which Violatic told us is checkmating 4. We need another 2 hours of analysis. Yeah, so as you can tell, I have a lot of lines already. Already here we explored a lot, right? So rook e1 doesn't win, but this one we can see it quickly. Thanks for pointing that out, Sleepy. It keeps trapping the king. Well, it's interesting to point out the probably something very, very easy to spot at first is this king is sort of trapped, like it has no moves. This bishop is pinned, so no moves. These pawns are blocked, so no moves. So basically, at the starting position, black can either take on b1 or move the queen, but the queen has no safe squares to keep the bishop defended. And if the queen goes away from defending the bishop, then rook takes f4 is going to be made. So there are some tricks connected to stalemate. For example, if you play rook e1, then there's no longer a takes b1, then takes here, if you take, this is a stalemate. Well, actually, it's a stalemate because the rook is covering the square that the knight was covering earlier. So rook e1 is actually the worst move you can do with the rook. So there's some stalemate tricks. We've seen lines where, for example, king g7 was very interesting. It appeared interesting to us. But the problem was queen takes a8 and queen g2 check coming. First move a7, obviously. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. We didn't finish calculating all the possibilities after a7. We tried king takes e7. We tried many ideas, and it's always very tricky. We found amazing resources, and the main point of a7 is, first of all, queen takes a8 doesn't work because of very beautiful rook takes f4, queen e4, and now very beautiful a8 and queen d5 next is unstoppable. Okay. And the other point, what we were calculating is that queen takes d8. Well, if we take, I think we did. Taking king e5 is a problem. In many lines, this was a problem, actually, not just in this one of queen takes d8 followed by king e5, because then it's hard to deliver a checkmate in 2 where the king has so many moves, which we can't really figure it out. But the point is king g7. And here, actually, we didn't see a way for black to prolong the game. We found all the checkmates in 2 from this point. For example, if you give the queen away, then you have to take on b1, then this is checkmate with the rook as well. And if you don't give the queen away, well, rook takes f4 is coming and it's a checkmate. So let's say you take here to block that checkmate, still mate in 2, thanks to the existence of this bishop on a8. So we're pretty confident about this a7 move because it prevents both of the most annoying possibilities in all the lines. And now we were checking queen c7, queen d6, queen e5. I think we solved queen c7, but we're going to get back there. So I think that's a pretty good summary of what we figured out so far and the point we're at. We're calculating a7 and seeing what happens if the queen moves on these squares. And for the other important thing about this is what's at stake here is um, first of all, this puzzle sucks. It's a waste of time. Okay, this is not. We're not improving our chess by solving this. Like if you have this position in a game, just play any move. Like every move wins. You don't need to make the checkmate in 4. You can make a checkmate in 6. It's fine. You only need one win per game. So yeah, this kind of puzzle, I hate this kind of puzzle. But I promised Violatic I would solve it. So that's what we're doing. And then another thing is Violatic had the audacity to share this with us without checking it first. So now we have the question whether there is only one solution to this checkmate in 4 puzzle. So I told him if by the end, when we think we solved it, we check it with Stockfish and there's more than one solution, he's going to get banned. He's going to get banned from the channel, which is only a fair punishment. And anyway, regardless whether that happens or not, he has the punishment or trying to come up with a game that actually gets to this position, which we determined it. We already determined this is a position that can legally happen on a board from a game. White has absolutely all the pieces and pawns on the board. Black is missing a lot. These pawns over here could have been the H pawn and G pawn. This could have been the E pawn. And what we determined about these pawns over here is that because white is not missing any pieces or pawns, that means that black's pawns come from the same files. So this is black's A pawn from A7. This is black's B pawn from B7. That means the B pawn went to the A file at some point, and the A pawn went to the B file and back to the A file. So this pawn could pass. So this is, I'm saying this because this is relevant. Violatic has as homework to bring up a game that actually reaches this position, which we think is possible. Okay, but at least we want him to spend or waste 1 or 2 hours of his own life. Yeah, okay, so we're back to. Did we get to the solution yet? Not chess Chopin, but we're pretty close because we're having really good feelings about the move 1a7. So for all of those who missed it, what if I read it wrong and it's mate in 5? Then it's instant ban. Yeah, if it's mate in 5, it's if so if it's not the case that it is checkmate in 4 and there's only one solution, you're banned. Yeah. Okay. So 1 or 2 hours. I think we're close to the 2 hours mark right now. It would take me 10 years to find a game with this position. No, it's not to find a game, it's to make it up. Tell everyone I sent you this puzzle and blame me. Big stakes. Okay, so here's the thing with a7. In some lines, queen takes a8 was a problem. For example, in the king g7 line, queen takes a8 was a problem. In some other lines like f3, where queen takes a8 just hangs mate, queen takes d8 followed by king e5 was a problem. Okay, this was a problem. So that's the good thing about a7 is that first of all, queen takes a8 doesn't work because check here and this amazing queen coming to d5 checkmate next. And if queen takes d8, then we could go king g7, which in other lines failed. because the bishop was gone. In the lines with queen takes a8, it wasn't working. But with the bishop supporting e4, it's working because we have checkmates on e4. And queen g8 doesn't work because we have the checkmates on d8. For example, with a rook, this is checkmate. So a7 prevents both these options, which were really annoying. So now we're left with queen c7, queen d6, queen e5, and of course also a takes b1 we can consider, but I think a takes b1 we just maybe wait. Yeah, we have to consider all of them. So let's start with this one, then let's consider this. Yeah, no, this one already calculated that we take on b8. And we were not super precise about the calculation here because here there are several options, but we feel like rook takes f4 is completely winning. Like even if queen e4, we can play rook takes f4 because the only legal move is this one and hangs mate. And if queen e4 doesn't happen, it feels like it's going to be mate in 2 because this queen has no checks. So I think I'm pretty confident this is working, this one. And so there's queen c7, queen d6, queen e5. Let's explore those. Queen c7, I think we already saw. Bishop takes c7 is what I have there. Is that what we saw? We're threatening rook takes f4 mate. So if you take on b1, which is the only legal move, it's mate, right? So okay, queen c7 doesn't work. And we're left with queen d6 and queen e5. So queen d6. Here we were seeing bishop c7 that John suggested, but it's not working because then queen takes d8 is check. So let's yeah, and I had bishop takes e7 as a proposal, but this is where we left. I think this was the position where we left. And the problem with this one, I think it's this. Oh no, it's not a problem because we have the d8 mate again. Yeah. So bishop takes e7 may work. If the queen sack doesn't work, what else can black try here? If you take here, what is wrong with the natural move of knight takes d6? Oh, I'll tell you what is wrong. King e5. Yeah, the problem is the knight is defending f5, so you can't move it back to f7. And you have to find a mate in 2 from this position, which is tricky because it's tricky. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see a mate in 2. Bishop c7, but you're not threatening mate in 1 because any move of this knight will hang f5, flicker. So bishop c7 looks nice, but let's say black takes here. Oh, there's knight d3 mate. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Actually, we saw this mating in several lines. So, in fact, king takes e7 may also work, yeah. With the same idea. But this bishop can move. However, if the bishop moves, there's rook e4 mate. So actually, I think it's king takes e7 because bishop c7 allows bishop h6 check. Yeah, and then it's mate in 5, not in 4. So, so I think it's king takes e7 here, but this works, right? It's mate next move. Like, I mean, no, wait. Yeah, it's mate. So knight d3 is a checkmate threat, incredibly strong checkmate threat. If the bishop moves, trying to avoid that threat, for example, then rook e4 is mate. And if the king goes back, we don't have mate in 1. Okay, so this doesn't work. There's no mate in 1 here. Okay, so So yeah, let's not go knight takes d6. Knight takes d6 in general we don't want to do, and with good reason. So I was seeing, yeah, I was looking at bishop takes c7, which looks very promising. And what did we see here? Queen takes c7 didn't work. We had mate in 2. So we were seeing a takes b1. And this is where we left. We should find a mate in 2 here if possible. And it is possible, right? We have this check. No, it's pinned. Ah, it's pinned. Well, well, well. That is a problem. Yeah, and this is not going to be made on the next move. The queen just needs to keep an eye on preventing rook f4 mate. Okay, so bishop e7 doesn't work. Uh-huh. And knight takes d6 doesn't seem to work. But now there are no longer stalemate tricks, right? So we can maybe play rook e1 here. What do you think? Rook e1, I like it. With this queen e5. This queen e5. Uh, obviously Chick-fil-A, yeah. Okay, okay. Rook e1, rook e1, rook e1. And I guess the only move is queen e5. Rook f4, queen f4, bishop f6. Oh, wait a second. After taking on e7. So in this line, we were seeing if a takes b1. We need a mate in 2 here, though. Flicker. This analysis is making me dizzy. Yeah, again, anyone who's joining us or who could join late to this puzzle, let me shout out Violatic for this. These hours wasted of our lives are, you know, he's to be recognized for that. Also, banning Violatic from the channel for life is at stake here. He's the hero, yeah. He's basically the hero in this stream. He's he's here for the content. We're entering our hour number 2 now. This completely useless content uh, is here thanks to Violatic, and yeah, anyone feel free to reach him, sub to his channel, send him love notes, death threats. Yeah, what can I say? What can I say? We're enjoying this a lot. Okay, so uh, I think it was Flicker who said rook takes f4 here and bishop takes f6, but it doesn't quite work. It's not mate in 2. We need a mate in 2 from this point. We're already moved to Chick-fil-A. Trust the hero. Um, all right, all right. Um, oops. So yeah, we're looking at at queen d6. By the way, I'm thinking, what if queen? So the lines we were pending to solve are queen d6 and queen e5, and I have the feeling we solved them already for the lines with king g7. So I'm wondering if the solution is the same. I just don't remember the solution. So let's see if I find them. King g7, queen d6. Here we had knight takes d6 that I think didn't work. We had bishop takes e7. Bishop takes e7 was the right move. But it's different. No, actually that didn't work. Ah, why didn't I put the main lines as main lines? Okay, never mind. That idea doesn't will not lead us, will not bring us much benefit. So let's try to solve it. Yeah, I was wondering whether queen e5 could be solved easier, like um, knight takes c5 maybe. Dope Daddy Henry is now following. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy. Is Rookie 1 working here? I guess it's not. Yeah. Okay, so let's go step by step. Let's go back to queen d6. Queen d6. We were trying bishop takes c7. We were trying rook e1. I like rook e1, honestly. We're threatening checkmating 1. Black has no checks. So, and black has no a takes b1. So it's mainly queen e5 here. Queen e5, I guess, because queen d5 hangs mate in 2. And queen e5, we need to find a mate in 2 here, which could possibly be bishop c7, right? Because if queen takes, rook e4 is mate. And what else? The queen needs to keep an eye on e4 without playing queen e4. Queen e4, rook takes queen. Ah, there's queen d5 here though. And there's no mating 1 here. Yikes. Okay, so it's not bishop c7. Is there a mate in 2 here? Is bishop d5 here? I mean, I, you know, if the solution is moves like a7, rook e1, bishop d5, like I'm never gonna give you a check until it's checkmate. But I like bishop d5 here. If queen d5, rook takes f4, there's queen e4. Gay recycler. My point in this line is rook takes f4, there's queen e4. So it's mating 5 instead of mating 4. Yeah. So no worries, no worries. Yeah, we're all on the same page here. Um, bishop d5, queen takes d5. Ah, right, right. Yeah, good point. Yeah, I wanted to defend this so 93 would be checkmate. But it's not checkmate if there's b2. Never mind. How come I get flamed when I make a bad suggestion? As if I'm trolling. Well, you trolled already enough, Violatic. Okay, so maybe not rookie 1. Knight takes d6 was almost working. Maybe we missed something there. King e5. Uh, bishop c7. There was bishop h6. That was the problem, yeah. So, oh, yeah. So we tried king takes e7. And we almost thought it worked, except king d4. And there's no mating 1. In that line with rook e1. Okay, let's go back there. In this line with rook e1. Queen e5, let's say. Queen c1 and queen c3. Huh. Okay, so queen c1. Black can only move the queen. And the queen needs to keep an eye on the rook e4 checkmate. But also the queen c3 checkmate. This is a nice idea, Sleepy. I like it. And if queen e3, pawn takes e3 is checkmate. Right. because queen e3 keeps an eye on c3 as well. But any pawn takes is checkmate. Nice idea, Sleepy. Nice idea. Can't get banned if chat is stuck analyzing forever. Tap inside of forehead. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This idea of queen c1, queen c3, it's very nice because a1, never mind, the knight is blocking the c3 square. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting, probably against both queen d6 and queen e5. But against queen e5 directly, maybe we don't play rook e1. So, okay, at least it's interesting in this line. Anyone sees a way out for black here? I mean, out. A way to delay the mate on the next move. There are no checks. Yeah, I don't see a way out, but I've said that before. Exactly, Violatic. That's what you get. That's karma. That's karma. All right, all right, all right. Very nice, very nice. So, is there any other idea here besides queen e5? I mean, rook e4 checkmate is a threat, and black can only move the queen. So I guess queen takes e6 and queen d5 would be the only other suggestions. Actually, queen takes e6 may be a problem. Huh. It's not a problem. I'm blind. Rook takes f4, rook takes e4 mate. Okay, so yeah, I guess queen d5 is the same. That's why we played queen e5. We need to keep an eye on e4 and f4. If we play queen d5, we have this check and checkmate. Okay, all right. So I guess that solves queen d6, and the only move left to solve is queen e5, where maybe rook e1 is possible with the same idea of queen c1, queen c3, or or maybe we're concerned about this queen takes f5 threat, and maybe we take the queen. Or maybe we take on e7. Can we take on e7 here? No, queen takes f5. Queen takes f5 is a problem. We need to figure that out. So rook e1, queen takes f5. Thank you. Yeah, queen takes f5 is a problem because if queen c1, because we're saying, oh, black doesn't have a check, but black has this move. And black has this checkmate covered and prevented queen c3. So I think this is checkmate in 2, not in 1. We need a checkmate in 1 at this point. Have you also analyzed a7, a takes b1? Yeah, we analyzed that. Okay. I'll go there after we finish with this line, okay? Because I don't know what's that queen takes b2. But yeah, we'll go there. Let's try to solve this queen e5. Can we just take the queen? Can we just take the queen? I was going to say knight c6 is still a checkmate threat, but it's not because the bishop would be blocked. But knight f3 is a checkmate threat. So let's say a takes b1, knight f3, checkmate. So here black needs to take the knight. If you take with the pawn, I mean with the pawn or the king. If you take with the pawn, we need a mate in 2 here. We need to be clever. We need to be clever about this. Oh, yeah, the pawn. Yeah, it's not stalemate. I had such a hard time with the rook e1 move. I always believe it's stalemate, but here, of course, there's e4. And yeah. So, okay. And if you take with the king, I think it's the same. It's the same. Yeah, it's no, f5 is hanging. No. Oh Lord. Oh my God. This may not work. This may not work. So maybe we don't take the queen. No, f5 is hanging. If we take with the king, the king takes f5. F5 is hanging, and then there's no mate. There's no way there's mate. I mean, there's gonna be mate, but not in one. So yeah, no, no. Nope, nope. Um, what was the problem with rook e1 again? Ah, queen takes f5. Yeah, darn it. And bishop takes e7 again. We have the line here, so I think we explored it. Oh yeah, we don't have more moves here. I wonder why. But yeah, yeah, maybe we stopped here because it was already. I don't know why. Hmm. But yeah, bishop takes e7, right? Seems seems good. We still. I mean, there's queen d6 maybe. Is there queen d6? To meet queen takes f8 with d8. Yeah. We have the d8 idea. I wonder if. Ah, no, this we have that. No, exactly. The point is we don't have bishop f6 because it's pinned. So how about queen d6? And my point is, if you take it, there's no bishop e5 checkmate. So we can do this. As far as I can tell, there's no mating one here. I may be wrong. I've been wrong before. Um, so yeah, queen d6, I think maybe a problem against bishop takes e7. Unless we see something here. And queen takes e7 is a threat to prolong the game. Oh wait, there's maybe king g7 here. No, queen e5. Never mind, queen e5. Yeah, no, never mind. What if we play king g7 here at this point? After queen e5. It's maybe slow because the bishop's still on d8, right? Yeah. Hey, Sykes Oliver with the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Um, yeah. Thank you so much. I hope you had a great stream. We're definitely enjoying a lot this puzzle. Yeah, I don't know how could we live without it. Um, what do we do against queen e5? Mm, King takes e7. We didn't try king takes e7 yet. But it's nothing. I'm out of ideas. Ugh. I think my brain is broken already. Okay, queen e5. Mm. We have 3 moves. I mean, we only played 1 move. But hmm. You give up your moderatorship. Hmm. You call it entertainment, Violatic. You call it that. But ay ay ay. Why doesn't bishop e7 work? We saw queen d6 there. Bishop e7. We saw queen d6. And um, and we need a checkmate in 2 here. I don't see a checkmate in 2. It would be checkmate if the king was not on f8. We would have bishop f6, bishop e5 mate. But we don't have it. Knight takes d6 here. But where is your checkmate on the next move? I have the e5 square. Oh, bishop takes f6 mate. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, and if king e5, the point is 93 mate. Right. Right. And there's no other legal move for black. You did a thing, yeah. Thank you, thank you. These reliefs are paying a bit. Yeah, so that's it, right? Um, yeah. So now we just gotta solve queen e5. That was queen e5. This was queen e5. Yeah, I think we solved everything except um, there was a suggestion in the chat by, I think, Gay Recycler. Yeah. So let me have a look at that one. He said 8-7, yeah. 8 takes b1, yeah. 8 takes b8, yeah. And here I was pretty confident. But he suggests queen takes b2. Queen takes b2 here, which we did not consider at all. We said here that if queen takes a1, we didn't say anything about queen takes a1. Um, But yeah, this is mate. For example, we said if queen goes to e4, we have this mate, because now the only legal move, because the king has no moves, nothing has moves except this queen that it's pinned, so the only legal move hangs mate. I think we can do it the other way around too, right? We can do this and checkmate with the rook. And if the queen doesn't go to e4 right now, we're gonna go rook takes f4 check, rook e4 check. So in the chat, queen takes b2 was suggested, which doesn't stop rook f4, rook e4, right? I mean, actually, rook takes f4. Oh, the knight was controlling d3. Wait a second. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Ah, queen e5. Oh no. I was thinking queen e5 and queen a4, but obviously queen e5, this pawn takes. I forgot about the pawn. Congrats, we have another 2 hours. Yeah, probably. Okay, but it's only 2 moves from this point. It's only a mate in 2. If it exists, there's only a mate in 2. I hope it exists, because otherwise the whole line is wrong and we need to start over. Maybe it's not 1a7 the solution. Queen takes b3. Queen takes b3. And it's not a stalemate. Queen takes b3. That's funny. That's it, right? If queen c3, any queen takes c3 is mate. Otherwise, rook takes f4 is going to be mate. Couldn't think of another way to control in d3. Yeah. Good point. I mean, there was queen f1, which also stops king takes c4. There was queen f1 here. But okay, oops, sorry. So queen takes b3. I like it. I like it. Promote variation. I think we're close, Chess Chopin. I think we're really close. If black promotes, then white must promote a pawn to the same piece to which black promoted in order to complete the solution. What? Okay, queen b3 I like. So queen c3 in order to meet rook f4 with king d3. But yeah, this is mate. That's part of the puzzle. Wait, what, Violatic? If black promotes, then white must... Is that a rule? Then white must promote a pawn to the same piece to which black promoted. But we did it in this line. We both promoted to a queen. You didn't say that. We did it everywhere. Okay. Okay, good night. Good night, Chess Chopin. Please post the solution. So many lines. What after queen b3, queen takes a1? Then rook takes f4 is mate. Yeah, rook takes f4 mate. You know, this queen is controlling d3, so rook takes f4 mate is there, unless this queen or anything protects e4, but nothing can protect e4 because this queen is pinned. So I think queen b3 just wins on the spot. I don't see anything. We probably got the solution, Chess Chopin. Yeah, queen b3 is really nice move. What if queen takes d2? It's pinned. It's pinned. You can never... Yeah. And not only pinned, but this king has no more... Like, the only legal moves that black has right now are queen c3 and queen takes a1. Those are the only legal moves. So yeah, queen b3 works. So did we solve it, guys? Are you confident we did solve it? What do you think? Anyone thinks we missed something? But then the question stays, if black plays a takes b1 equals rook. Oh, so we have that rule. We actually need to apply that rule. So a7, we need to apply that rule against a rook and against a bishop and against a knight, I suppose. Okay, so let's start with the rook. When you say, Violatic, that we must, you mean that we must do it, or that if we do it, it must be a rook? What's the rule? Queen takes b3 would be stalemate. If there's a rook on b2, correct. White has only one key or first move that forces checkmate in the stipulated number of moves. Black's defenses include the promotion of a certain pawn to a queen, rook, bishop, or knight. Black may have other defenses as well. If black promotes, then white must promote a pawn to the same piece to which black promoted in order to complete the solution. So it's if. No, but it's if black promotes, not if we promote. So my question is, it says if black promotes, which just happened, I'm reading your rule. If black promotes, then white must promote. So we must promote, right? It's not that if we promote, it must be a rook. It's that we must promote to a rook. Actually, it's a great help. We promote to a rook. We play rook takes b3, king takes e4, queen a4 mate. Right. Okay. So, but here, rook takes b2 is the move we were considering, because rook takes a1, we have this mate. So rook takes b2 necessary to do that, and now this, and it's almost stalemate except the king takes c4 because that's not a queen, and we have checkmate. Correct. If you want to find all the ways to mate in 4, there's also queen takes f5 and rook takes f4 and mate. What? It's easy just for the collection. I missed that. I'm not sure which line is that. I'm not sure which line is that. I'm going crazy right now. My brain is it's destroyed. So okay, so that was the rook. Let's see the bishop. So we must promote a bishop. And now the bishop is covering that, but I mean, what does black play here? Oh, you mean in the line where we promote to queens? Why is a7 not the main move? We don't have it as main move. Make it main line. So if queen, this queen takes f5. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, correct. All right. So so it takes b1 bishop. We promote a bishop. And now we're threatening a mate in 2. How does black try to stop it? Bishop f5 doesn't stop it. Uh, Bishop e4, maybe, is an interesting try, because rook takes f4 is stalemate, right? So bishop e4, maybe. Bishop takes e4, right? Yeah. Wait. No, because then this bishop can move. Never mind. So bishop takes f4. Yeah. Yeah, and then bishop e5, right? Next move. Or bishop e3. So in this position, black needs to move this bishop. That's a problem. So this is mate. This is mate. And really the bishop on a8 is not necessary. That's mate. That's mate. Okay. Bishop takes f4. Nice. Okay. So if bishop e4, we have that bishop takes f4. Really nice. And otherwise, I think we're doing rook f4, rook e4. Right? That's against the bishop. And finally, last but not least, what if black promotes to a knight? We must promote to a knight. And well, now there's no bishop here, but rook takes f4 is a checkmate threat. So I guess black needs to try one of these moves. Uh, but it doesn't matter, right? Like this is no. Oh. So actually it needs to try knight takes d2 because knight c3. This is checkmate. But knight takes d2 gives this square. So hopefully this is the last line we need to solve. I wonder if knight c6 is gonna be something. I'm thinking queen c1 here. We're only 15 minutes away from 3 hours. I'm thinking queen c1. I'm thinking queen c1. What do you think, guys? Queen c1. So no, but knight c6 is made if I control c3. That's why I play queen c1. Yeah, exactly, Sleepy. That's my point. This is mate, and this is mate, and yeah, basically anywhere else I have that mate. So that's why queen c1. Yeah, 94, 96. So what do you think, guys? Did we solve it? Do you think this is it? Time to check. Nice. I need a minute here. We're gonna see whether we ban Violatic or not. He says 1 sec before we check. Are you gonna say something else, Violatic, or? Oh, okay, he's pasting something. Composing a Babson task in direct mate form, where white moves first and must checkmate black against any defense within a stipulated number of moves, was thought so difficult that very little effort was put into it until the 1960s, when Pierre Drumard began his work on the problem, which occupied him for the next 20 years or so. He managed to compose a Babson task in which knights are replaced with knight riders, a fairy chess piece which moves about making any number of knight moves. Okay, stop pasting things. You're wasting our lives. Okay. In the same. In 1982, 2 years after composing this problem, saying that the Babson task would never be satisfactorily solved, Jarosz continued to work on the problem, and in August 1983, his improved version with a non-capturing key appeared in the Shahmati, blah 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 blah, and many other chess problemists consider the problem one of the greatest ever composed, which is the puzzle we see before us. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. We're gonna turn Stockfish on. if it's not a checkmate in 4, or there's not just one solution, we're gonna ban Violatic, and we're also gonna check the lines. See if a7 is the solution, if the lines we saw are correct. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Wow. Thank you. It'll be. It's Violatic. It's all Violatic. Okay. Okay. Let's verify this. I just need a minute to verify the solution. Okay. So the guy who composed this was a football coach. Okay, so A7 is the move, guys. A7 is the move. And it's the only move. At least the first move, it's the only move. So, uh, wow. I guess you're saved here, Violatic. Let's see what happens. I want to check whether we're right about King G7, the problem being Queen takes A8. Yes. Nice. And whether the problem of Bishop or F3 was Queen takes D8 followed by King E5. No, the problem was A takes B1, which we may have saw, we may have seen, but I thought the problem was Queen takes D8. Oh yeah, no, this was not a problem because of D8. Yeah, correct. So F3, the problem was taking on B1. Yeah, which we saw, Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, I'm going crazy already with all the lines. And bishop f3. Maybe the problem was queen takes d8 followed by no. Nope. The problem is a takes b1 as well, or queen e5. Okay, so let's see a7. A7. If queen takes a7, we didn't see queen takes a7. No, rook takes f4. Never mind. If queen takes a8, rook takes f4, queen e4, and a8. Yes, a8 is the solution. Nice. Okay, I'll be right there. Oh, that smells good. What was the other line we were seeing? Queen takes d8, king g7 is the move indeed. Okay, so let's check now these lines with takes. So if takes with the queen, takes with the queen, queen takes b2, queen takes b3 indeed. Very nice move found by Sleepy. And queen takes f5, this rook takes f4, yeah. And what else? If promotes to a rook, and we promote to a rook, which by the way is the solution, is the only solution. What? Is the only checkmate in 3 promoting to a rook. Because if we promote to a queen, then there's the stalemate, the aforementioned stalemate. Like queen takes b3 is a stalemate. Right. So we actually have to yeah, but I don't like the hint. If the solution is to promote to a rook, then I don't want the hint. I want to solve it myself and see that promoting to a queen doesn't work. Okay, so that was nice. And if takes with the bishop, if promotes to bishop is the only solution, yeah. And if promotes to knight is the only solution, indeed. So yeah, that was nice. Without the hint would have been nicer. We would have spent maybe 1 extra hour without knowing that rule. and I think we didn't. So for the record, Violatic, if you ever want to torture another streamer with this, uh, don't give that rule, because the puzzle is fine without the rule. You just need to figure it out. Okay, I'm leaving. I'm leaving now. uh, this was too much because I'm hungry and I hate Violatic and I hate this. I hate this puzzle, and I wasted 3 hours of my life.
3 hours on a puzzle?
Yes, around 3 hours, and I wasted everybody's hours of their lives. Only 2 hours 45. Okay, sorry, I exaggerated there. Yeah, and also the we didn't learn anything. Like, it's the silliest type of puzzle. I hate this. So okay, um, that's it. Thanks for sharing, Violatic. Again, shout out to Violatic, and everyone, please send your own feedback to him about